In breaking news just coming in, fresh trouble for former UPA Minister Shashi Tharoor. The Congress leader is likely to be asked to undergo a lie detector test in connection with the Sunanda Pushkar murder probe. Anusuya Roy joining us on the phone line. Anusuya, what are you hearing?
Ankita, we are told that by next week, the Delhi police is expected to approach court to seek permission to conduct the polygraph test on the Congress leader. Already 6 persons have undergone the test, his domestic help, the driver and his friend, along with 3 other persons. We are hearing that a top-level meeting is going to go on in the police headquarters. The commissioner is going to meet the members of the SIT, and that's when the date and the other modalities would be decided on when exactly the Delhi police will approach court.
All right. Has Shashi Tharoor at any point refused to actually submit to a polygraph test because, to all extents and purposes, he has cooperated with the police investigation so far?
The question of polygraph test as far as Tharoor is concerned has not come up. In fact, when the commissioner was questioned about the possibility of a polygraph test after the 6 others had undergone the test where 100 questions were asked to them, the commissioner of police had very clearly said that whatever is required in for the investigation will be done, clearly hinting at the possibility of a polygraph test. So the question till now has not come up.
Right.
So only once the court gives a go-ahead will the entire process start, and only then Tharoor will be approached, asked whether he wants to go through the test or not. That really is the entire methodology under which this polygraph test is conducted.
Anusuya, do we have any more information about the results of the polygraph test on Shashi Tharoor's close aides? We know that his domestic help, Narayan Singh, his driver, Bajrangi, his friend, Sanjay Dewan, were just some of the names that were being talked about of people who had earlier undergone polygraph tests. Do we know anything more about those tests?
We know that during the polygraph test, about 100 questions were asked to them, where crucial facts like injuries on Pushkar's body were brought up. But we do not know details of what exactly the police has come to a conclusion to. When we'd asked the Commissioner of Police about this, they said that only later all the information will be corroborated and a decision would be taken. Right now, police has been extremely tight-lipped about the results of the polygraph test.
What more do we know about the lines of investigation that are being followed currently, Anusuya?
The police right now has questions, as you were talking about, the driver, the domestic help and his friend, and 3 other persons, S.K. Sharma, Vikas Alawat and Sunil Takru. Now, it seems the police will ask for a polygraph test from Tharoor, who already has been questioned over 3 times for the alleged murder of his wife, who was found dead on 17th of January last year. But as far as details of these investigations are concerned, police not any details about what the final outcome is. Ankita?
All right, Anusuya, one last question. What more do we know about the process now for before Shashi Tharoor's polygraph test can take place? You were talking about permissions. Will all of this be completed within the next week or so? When are we actually likely to see this happen?
What I have heard from the sources is that the Delhi police will decide on a date when they actually approach the court. Once the court gives permission, then Mr. Tharoor would be asked whether he wants to join this investigation or not. Depending on whether he agrees or not, the next process of the polygraph test actually will come through, where a certain number of questions would be put to him. According to his answers, a judgment would be made on what they think Mr. Tharoor has to say about this entire thing.
All right, Anusuya, thanks very much indeed for joining us with those latest details. So sources telling us that the Delhi police is now likely to ask for Shashi Tharoor's polygraph test as well. Remember, this follows the questioning and indeed polygraph tests carried out on 6 of his close aides who were asked close to 100 questions relating to the suspicious death of Shashi Tharoor's wife, Sunanda Pushkar. Now we hear that the former UPA minister, the Congress leader Shashi Tharoor, also likely to be put to a polygraph test.